What's going on, everybody? I appreciate those of you that are hanging out waiting for the stream to start. For those of you passing by, checking out the replay, definitely hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on all notifications. So whenever we do these live chats, you can take part in them in the future. So Maison Daba reached out to me not that long ago. They had reached out to me with their first release, which is super unique. We will revisit Sovereign while we're here. It's a beautiful, beautiful, fruity, slightly boozy. It's not overdone with rum. Fruity floral oud fragrance. Okay, and it's not feminine leaning. Perfectly unisex, but this stuff's regal. They did really good with their first release. But they have a new release that came out called Silent Night, and they asked if I wanted to check it out. Absolutely, especially once I'm impressed with your first release, I definitely would love to check out future offerings. So obviously them sending it has nothing to do with what the hell is going to happen coming out of my mouth here in this live stream. I just go with my natural flow as always. So we'll check that out in a minute. We'll wait till about the 10-minute mark. Give everybody that wants to be here an opportunity to show up to the live chat. But I'm going with Hawas Ice again today. Kind of dumb reach. It's what it's good for. If you don't know what else to wear, just throw this on. We had a very busy day to start the day. We get service on the Infinity today. Started my day off like I haven't been to the gym yet. I'm going to the gym late in the afternoon, which I never do. I'm going to be going after this live stream. I'm going to train back. So my day is kind of out of the norm. So I just did 3 quick sprays of this. It's more than enough. I've got 3 around the neck. And yeah, it smells really good if you haven't tried it yet. Some of you are going to love it. Some of you are going to be underwhelmed because you were expecting something that wasn't a mass appealing fragrance. I don't know why you would expect anything else for a Hawas flanker, but it's actually really good for what it is. Did a full review on it a few days back. Check out the full review if you want more details. If you have performance questions and so on, definitely check that out. So let's see who's wearing what in the chat while we're waiting to get to that 10-minute mark. Give everybody a chance. Also, on your way in, hit that thumbs up if you don't mind. I do anticipate the usual for these types of live streams. It's a niche fragrance topic, an individual niche fragrance topic. So I expect us to be a more intimate group for the actual live stream. Replay value is going to be whatever it is. But as far as the group we'll have here live, I figure it's the most hardcore of supporters of this channel in the live stream format anyway. We'll be here. I'm sure I'm going to see nothing but familiar names. Speaking of the man that's always trying to be first in the live chat, Adam, good to see you. Artisan Pure from John Barbados. Hat of the day, repping Odessa Paramin, his alma mater, Friday Night Lights, Mojo with White Richardson A-frame golfer style hat, with black rope, black P. Well, congrats on your Rangers going to the World Series. My Astros did not pull it off last night. It's unfortunate. I saw an interesting stat. This is the first time in 7 years the World Series will not feature either the Dodgers or the Astros. That was an impressive stat that I saw last night. Found Aqua Cinziali Blue 50 ml for $25 at Burlington, so that will be my sin of the day tomorrow. Definite Dylan Blue vibes, but not redundant. Definitely not. Need that fashionable Riviera to complete the trifecta. Yeah, and it's really, they're not all super redundant to one another, but they all kind of fall in the same family for sure. Good to see you, Adam. What's going on, Kevin? Wearing Cedrat Boisé. You can't go wrong there. Terre de Mez Ogivray for an 80-degree day in Wisconsin. Paul, you smell incredible. You're the one to beat so far. Clean Musk, Authenticity Perfumes. That's up there. That's a really, really good, versatile fragrance. Dan, not the man, the best name on YouTube. Hit the like button on your way in. Wearing Signature Pour On from good old GZ. Waiting on my 120 ml of Aurum. You and me both, sir. You and me both. I think it'll be take a little bit longer than that. Had somebody send me the pre-order for Alt is doing their clone already, but I don't really mess with Alt. I don't really care for the brand. I did some reviews for them at the very beginning of my channel. I prefer other brands, so I'll wait for a different company to clone it. You won't see the Alt fragrance one here. It'll probably end up being Dior Alexandria or Sensual Obsessions or Michael Densmore, somebody. So one of them will get to it sooner than later, and I'll definitely be eager to check those out. Gucci Guilty Parfum, haven't tried that one. Tobacco Rush by Afnan, another one I haven't tried. Luna Rosa Ocean EDT is a good one. Bentley Momentum Intense is a good one. Poets of Berlin, I've heard good things. I've just never tried it. Joel's in the house. Good to see you, my friend. So we're about 5 minutes down. We got another 5 minutes. Give everybody a chance to get here. Mancera Black Gold. So that's just sitting in its package. Not till Thursday night will I bust that bottle open. But Thursday night, I'll be filming that video to come out Friday for that haul. And I just bought some more fragrances because they just did a restock yesterday. I don't know if I just was too busy today and missed out, but I didn't get a notification for Golden Oud, the new 1 million flanker, and it doesn't show the date as today anymore. So I'm guessing it came and went, and I didn't see an email from Fragrance Buy. So I made an order without it. I guess I missed out. Whatever. There's other things I wanted to get, like Stronger With You leather and Stronger With You Oud came back in stock. So I was like, ooh, because I had to get the stuff for the member live stream. I don't know if they'll make it here in time for Sunday, but I mean, they're ordered. So whoever wins is going to get their fragrance. But the Most Wanted Parfum and Nishane Wulong Cha, they're on their way. They're ordered. Giancarlo, hello, sir. How are you? Latafa Pride. Okay. Spencer's in the house. Starman Nebula. Pure Malt Clone. I'm not even going to try to say the name of that fragrance, Joel. Supremacy and Oud from Afnan. That's a good one. Detour Noir, great Leighton clone. So many mentions today. I bet. Let's see. Unbreakable Bond. Never tried that one. Wearing Arabian Night by Arabian Oud. Donald Clark, what's going on? L1212 Eau Fraiche. White Eau Fraiche. That's a good one. I wore that one a couple of weeks ago. Got Maison Alhambra's tobacco getting delivered tomorrow. That's a beautiful fruity, honey, sweet tobacco. Really, really good stuff. Mont Blanc Explorer, Perry Ellis 360 Red. Y'all smelling great in the chat. Hypnotic Amber. Never tried that one. All Genres Bops wearing Pegasus. Coming down smelling unique today. Gentleman's Society. That bottle's right behind me. Good to see Jeff. Was really good. Hope your day is going great. Herba Pura Gold or Herba Gold. I would say Herba Pura Gold, right? But I've never smelled that one. I hope you're enjoying it, and I am doing great. I hope you're doing great also. Lydia, great to see you. Haven't been able to tune in for a bit. End of the day, Evening Mystique. You're now the official one to beat. You get the little quiet hand clap. One of the best iris fragrances in existence. Thank you for the kind words. I appreciate that. I'm glad you're enjoying it, Lydia. It's good to see you. Gary, what's going on? Electimus Imperium, nice pineapple anise type scent. Lewis wearing light blue intense. You never go wrong there. Saying hello to everyone. Rob, what's going on, big dog? Hope everyone's smelling great today. Send a day's Raymond Monegal Soul of Oud. Oh my goodness. So fun fact for you guys. I have a package that came in yesterday. He didn't want a shout out, but you're getting one anyway. For those of you that saw my live stream with Dedrick and Randy and how I fell in love with this Miyake Noir Ombre, this gentleman had multiple bottles and sent me one of his bottles. I took the partial with the least amount because it's like I don't need a lot. So it's like halfway full-ish or something. Way more than enough and super generous. So I got a bunch of random decants he put in there, and I have a partial of Noir Ombre now because Rob is just incredible. Fun fact, I met Rob back in 2019 at the first Scent Explorer, but thank you, Rob. Glad you're able to make it. And we're going to do that package in a live stream next week, guys. I just haven't set up next week's streams. I already know what we're going to do for next week. I just haven't set them up through StreamYard yet. I do a week at a time. That's why you'll see 3 or 4 streams ready to go days in advance because I usually try to schedule my content as best I can. L'Odyssey Vetiver. That was in one of today's shorts videos. That's a good one. Passe Soir X Straight, the newest release. Colonia, I've never tried that one. Testing out Bulgari's Imperial. I've never tried that one either. John Barbados Vintage, the Justin Copeland special. One more minute and we'll go ahead and dive into Silent Night. We'll revisit Sovereign first. Perry Ellis Portfolio Red, and then wearing Le Mal de Parfum this evening. Beach Life, what's going on? Just got out of the gym. Muscles burning. Wore pure malt to the gym. I don't care. I loved it. I mean, wear what you want. Just because I like the weak, fresh stuff, wear whatever the hell you want. We're all adults. You know, when it comes to those of you that like to wear the strong ones to the gym, I'm just glad I don't go to your gym because it is distracting for me when somebody's wearing like a strong vanilla or some shit. I don't like smelling that when I'm training. But any other time, I'd love to compliment you on your fragrance and ask you what you're wearing. But at the gym, I'm not there for that. That's the one place that's you know, not everybody's got to do it the way I do it, but I don't care to sniff on fragrances when I'm at the gym. That's the one place that it's like I'm in a different zone for that. You know what I mean? But as long as you're enjoying it, that's all that matters. Who cares what I think? You know, glad to have you though. Cocktail Intense, Starman Nebula, Rifaka to arrive in the next week or so. So we're going to have to skip down. Oh, so Jump Shop's got it. I might have to check and see if they still have stock. So I held off from doing yesterday's order for today to get Golden Oud, and it didn't happen. So Moschino Toy Boy, great choice. The Boz has arrived. I see you in there, Boz. I'm just kind of skipping ahead so we can go ahead and get started. So, or Danger Parfum Cologne earlier, but I had a shower. Hey, you smelled great. You smelled great up until then. I mean, I'm sure you smell fresh and clean out the shower too. But so let's see. Proud of you, Boz. I'm glad you're sticking to it, my man. Ooh, carnation in the right fragrance. Like try Cajal Perfumes Solage, leather and carnation. Probably my favorite that features it prominently. But on that note, let's go ahead and dive in. So, like I said, the note breakdown on Sovereign, this is their first release. It's an impressive fragrance. It's a little situational for me because I find it to be quite elegant. People can absolutely wear this daily. It's just, I'm more of a dumb reach guy for the daily stuff, like the blue, things like this as a daily wear. Whereas this, it's a little bit more regal, I find, and a little bit more situational. I feel like just wearing a t-shirt. I'm wearing a 9-line t-shirt and a Cabela's hat. I don't really think I'm dressed appropriately for the elegance of this fragrance. So let's go ahead and give it a spray right here. Beautiful atomizer too. And they did tell me they listened to me for the cap, because the cap looks nice, but it's cheap plastic. It weighs nothing, doesn't hold to the bottle or anything. So I haven't looked at the bottle, but apparently they changed their cap. They literally told me we listened and we changed our cap. So I can appreciate that stuff. I love that my opinion mattered. I don't know if it was just me. I couldn't have been the only one to say for such a beautiful bottle and fragrance, it warrants a little bit better out of the cap. So kudos to them. I can't wait to check it out. But distinctive oud and rum, but it's more of a dry oud. It's not super funky. And the florals and fruits here, there's coconut, there's peach. I want to say there might even be caramel. I don't remember the note breakdown specifically. It's been a little while. I have the website pulled up so we can do a split screen. There's Silent Night. It's we'll check that out in a second. But like I said, let's revisit the first fragrance. See, they have iris. So I do remember there being iris. So coconut, rum, peach, mandarin orange, and oud, tobacco, tonka bean, gardenia, jasmine, ambergris, orris, and woody notes of Chinese cedar, vanilla, sandalwood, labdanum. I mean, it's a very complex fragrance, and it doesn't smell too busy, but it does have its share of nuance. I have to say that it was a great first outing. It really was. It was slightly bold first outing, but it established what the brand is going to be about. It's not just redundant releases, done to death scent profiles. They stepped out a little bit because I don't have another fragrance that smells like this. Nothing. 1,500 fragrances. Never smelled another one like Sovereign. So that's where it was very impressive to me personally, is they went out to create something unique and smelled of luxury, because it's not like it's, $100 fragrance. They're not crazy expensive, but they're also not cheap either. $180 for 100 ml. I think they're priced right for this, because if you smell this fragrance, it's other brands would charge more. When you smell this fragrance, what you're getting for the 180, other brands would charge more for the raw materials used here. This is definitely top tier quality oils. And I do get a little bit of that coconut, not so much peach, but I do get florals. It's very grounded by the florals, and it doesn't have that flowery, feminine, girly smell. A soft, powdery tone. Everything's kind of really balanced with one another because you have dominant woods. The oud is dry without being funky. It's more of a pencil shaving kind of oud here. Lightest of funk, not your typical oud funk. Again, very, very well composed. So I wanted to revisit that first, just to give you an idea of how they set the tone with the brand for their first release. It's not something I reach for often. 99% of the fragrances I have that I appreciate, I don't reach for often because I'm always testing new things. This is a good one, though. This is a good one. Abso-freaking-lutely. So let's see what's different here. So the box has changed. I don't have the box for Sovereign anymore, but white with red and gold. Parfum concentration. Have a moniker here on the back. Indulge in an ethereal olfactive journey of all ingenuity. I'm sure I'm butchering that. And perfumery, artistry, and exotic essence unveiled. All right. So they did change the cap. That, before we do anything, it's got a little bit more heft to it. It's not a heavy cap, but you can tell the gold is a form of metal, maybe a brass that's painted with the plastic filling. Yeah, big difference in weight. Big difference. Still doesn't hold to the bottle. It holds better, but I still wouldn't want to pick this one up. See, it is snug in the foam here in the box, but still. So it does come with a little card in the back. So there's no breakdown. I'm not going to look at that yet. And then they have a story on the back side. So they have a little card with a little cutout inside the foam for it to go. We'll go ahead and put that back for the time being. So we'll just put it to the side. So it is a nice touch that it's very snug and secure inside the box when you get your fragrance. So let's see what's different here. Same bottle. And here we have a different red. It's got some form of texturing to the print. Maison Daba Silent Night. I mean, it sounds Christmassy with something like Silent Night, right? So let's see what we're working with. Atomizer's almost lined up perfectly. Close enough. I mean, you can spray it right away. Great atomizer. They really have good ones. Fruity. Definitely no oud here. So they're not going to have oud in every release. If there is oud, I sure don't smell it. Something woody and spicy going on here, but I got fruity out in the open. There might be a different type of oud here because there's another dry wood, but it doesn't smell like the same woods as before. I could be wrong. Who knows? But there's a woody, spicy accord here, rich and hot, like firecracker, fiery hot type of spice, and some fruitiness. Wildly different from Sovereign, though. So this is fresh meets warm. Very much fresh meets warm. This is very unique. Okay, let's see what we're working with here with this note card. Top notes of bergamot, black pepper, and liqueur. So definitely plenty of black pepper. Mid notes of carrot seed, plum, and jasmine. So there's my fruitiness. Base notes of amber, vetiver, incense, and cedar wood. So this cedar wood is intense. Incense and cedar wood, that could be it, but carrot seed. That's probably that strange vegetal is the word I was trying to say, vegetal note. It's a little vegetal at the top, but it's fiery hot and spicy and fruity. So you definitely get the black pepper, you get the plum, plenty of it. And I think I'm getting a combination of carrot seed, incense, and cedar wood is what's giving me that intense woody smell. And not superiorly smoky. It's not like crazy smoky or anything, but it adds a darkness to it. It's light, day meets night kind of thing. It's a contrasting yin and yang type of thing. Fresh meets warm, like I was saying. It's a very yin and yang scent profile. Almost like a tug of war of which side's going to win the battle here. Again, that doesn't mean it smells busy. It doesn't come across as busy. It means it's very unique. It's a very unique composition to me. A little powdery. A little bit. That freshness really keeps it grounded. Let's pull up these notes. Let's pull up the story, basically. So right now, so it's a little bit higher price, I'm guessing, based on the oils that were used. You can get the combo pack, the Genie collection. You can get the combo pack for $3.90. Okay. Let's see what we got here. So right now it's $20 off. Fragrant masterpiece that encapsulates the essence of fall and winter luxury. At its heart, Silent Night is a unisex fragrance designed for those who seek sophistication and opulence. It's very opulent. It's a great point in this write-up. Crafted with a harmonious blend of art and science, it offers an olfactory journey. So the initial burst fragrance opens with zesty embrace of bergamot, which dances gracefully with spicy allure of black pepper. These top notes create an intoxicating, mysterious aura that sets the stage for what's to come. The subtle hint of liqueur, however you'd like to say it, adds a touch of warmth and intrigue. It definitely provides the warmth. It doesn't really give it a boozy facet to me, but warmth for sure, inviting you deeper into the fragrance's narrative. Let's see. You're greeted by heart notes where the fragrance truly blossoms. Carrot seed, known for its earthy, slightly sweet aroma, mingles with the juicy sweetness of plum, which is pretty dominant in the top. The floral elegance of jasmine weaves through, adding a touch of sensuality to the composition. This tier of notes is a symphony of contrast, merging the fruity, the earthy, and the floral into a harmonious blend. While I don't get dominant floral, that last sentence sums it up. This tier of notes is a symphony of contrasts. I couldn't have said that better myself. Merging the fruity and the earthy. That's the biggest thing for me. The floral component is a bit more subtle. It could be on my skin. It could be my olfactive perception. But that's such a great statement in that last sentence. Let me read that one more time. This tier of notes is a symphony of contrast, merging the fruity, the earthy, and the floral into a harmonious blend. In the final act of this fragrant masterpiece, the base notes come into play, grounding the scent with rich and comforting embrace. Amber, in its warmth, resinous character, combines the earthy depth of vetiver. The smoky, mystical presence of incense adds a layer of spirituality, while cedarwood provides a woody, enduring foundation. Together, these base notes create a sense of lasting opulence and sophistication. Silent Night is more than a fragrance. It's an invitation to embrace the beauty of fall and winter. Its intricate blend of notes weaves a tale of mystery, warmth, and elegance. That's pretty well stated also. As you wear it, you'll find yourself transported into a world where luxury knows no bounds and every scent tells you a story. Experience the enchantment of Silent Night and let it be your companion through the seasons of opulence and spirituality. That woody, spicy tone, that soft, powdery feel must be that light floral. It's got to be the jasmine. I mean, I don't think there's any other florals to this besides the jasmine. The carrot seed could be getting a little powdery as well. That plum's just right. It kind of punches you at the top when you first spray it, and then as it settles, it kind of just blends. It just smooths out with everything. Very much unisex, slightly leaning masculine, but I wouldn't call this a super masculine, manly man type of fragrance. But it's also not a feminine, girly type of fragrance either. Like I said, it rides the line of unisex, slightly leaning masculine. Very woodsy. I think that's the most dominant thing about this is it's very woodsy. It maintains a slight, it's not like super sweet from the plum. It's more fruity fresh with a light sweet undertone. It's not as sophisticated as Sovereign. I think that's a bit more regal overall. This is definitely more opulent and more of a 'tis the season type of scent profile, like going through Thanksgiving into the Christmas holidays. I could see this being something that creates an olfactive memory for the season. Because it does come across as quite special. I have to say, they did great. I do think it is a superior release to the first one because of the wearability factor, at least for me. This is something I would reach for more than Sovereign because it doesn't, while coming across as luxurious, it's not overstated and so elegant that I don't think I can pull this one off with a t-shirt, I think. Obviously, it would be better to dress up, but I think you can definitely pull this one off with a t-shirt if you so choose. It doesn't smell so serious and so elegant that you have to dress it up. So we'll give it a little bit of time to dry down, take a break from that, and catch up in the chat with you guys. Let's see, where was I? Buff Boz bottled the flanker. There we go. No Limits by Philip Plein. No, I have not. Okay, so we checked that already. Jet Black Enigma from Michael Malone. Not a whole lot this afternoon. Okay, so y'all are just catching up. Let me scroll down, see what we got here. I'm talking to one another. Noah Birch, I'm guessing you renewed your membership. 1 month for that golden star. Cheers to 5 months. Send of the day, Oud Mosaic from Banana Republic. That's a great option for the $20 you can get it for. Claude did a phenomenal job with that. Shout outs to my favorite perfumer, Claude Deer, my guy. For those of you that don't know, he created both Evening Mystique and Business Over Pleasure for me. Phenomenal human and phenomenal at his job, master perfumer. So welcome back. Noah won Invictus Victory Elixir in the member live stream last month. He's been wearing the hell out of it. So Le Male Parfum for Eric. Going out tonight. Trying to skip around you guys' conversation and just look for the stuff for me to talk to you guys about. By all means, have your conversation, you know. Still pushing 80s in Bama Swim with Jimmy Choo Man Aqua. Catch the rest of your stream after I hit the gym. Keep grinding, Ross. Have a good lift. Have a really good lift. I'm going train back after. My usual schedule has been a little out of whack today, so I'm going to have a late lift. Le Male, another one wearing Le Male Parfum. Never heard of this fragrance house before. So they're relatively new. Their first release, Sovereign, which we revisited from the start, came out last year. So the brand's roughly a year old. They reached out to me before they even had the website up, if I remember correctly. And I just wanted to see how the brand was going to develop and come along. I wasn't just going to say yes. And I have to say, this is where I can commend them over every brand I've ever collaborated with. And I mean this wholeheartedly. The most well thought out, well written, personable emails I've ever gotten from a brand, no matter how big or small, wanting to work together and get my opinions on a fragrance. And it's from the very first email all the way till today when I was letting them know that I was doing this live stream so they could watch if they want. They may be here, they may not be. If you are, welcome. If not, hope you see the replay. The most well thought out and personable emails I've ever gotten from brands. Unreal. So that's what makes it like, absolutely, I would love to give my opinions, and they're all for the, my flow and the way it goes. They know that they're risking something with me, because you never know what's going to come out my mouth. Don't be wrong. I can be respectful, even if I don't like something. And, I find the good in most. So, because most fragrances smell pretty good, but when you start getting with these, out the box thinking, artistic type of blends, there's risk, especially with a guy that's known as being a designer blue fragrance guy. There's risk, though. I do love stuff like this. I like when you get outside the box and create something special. And they seem to be building quite the little collection here so far. They're only 2 fragrances in. And so far, so good. This is so much, as it dries, Silent Night, as it starts to settle in, it's becoming so much more easy. Easy to enjoy, easy to just gravitate towards and give a light sniff for just some random enjoyment. It's a pleasurable scent. There's no real challenge here, but it's high quality stuff. That's going to speak to a lot of people. This is going to speak to a lot more people than Sovereign did. Sovereign, it's a taste thing because oud's involved. It's not heavy oud. It's not super animalic and funky, but there is an oud dominance here. It's more of a pencil shaving dry oud with, a nice hit of florals and everything. It's very complex fragrance, very well done, but not for everyone. This is something that's a bit more for the masses. I'm not going to call it a mass appealing fragrance because it's not some run of the mill type of blend. It is unique, but it's very easy to enjoy. It's hard to, I can't see too many people not liking this one. That's what I mean by more for the masses. It's going to be hard to not like this one. Nice and spicy with a touch of powder and a little bit of fruitiness. And it's woodsy. It's a sensual blend. I think sensual is a great word for how Silent Night comes across on skin. That's good stuff. This is one of the better niche releases of the year. It might make the, my best of 2023. I do it every year, best of 2022 last year. It might make the top 10 best of for niche. It probably will. This is just in this first impressions. It's super enjoyable. I'm going to wait a little bit more, let it develop a little bit more before I give it a first impressions rating. But man, just the early stages of this is an easy 8.5 out of 10. Easy. So sensual. Sensual is such a good word for that. Papa Smurfs in the house. We're in Creed Aventus. Can't go wrong there. I don't really have any banana dominant fragrances, so I won't be able to weigh in. I haven't the slightest clue. I wouldn't be the one to ask. Well, let's see. Let me scroll down and find. Oh, I'm so far behind. I apologize, guys. I'm a little ways behind here. Ocean Noir by Michael Malone. That's my favorite that they've ever put out. Yeah, and look, he was like, man, you sure you want the partial? Yeah, he's got 4 bottles. Shout outs to Rob. I hope you don't mind me saying you had 4 bottles. He loved it so much he bought a bunch of backups. The one he sprayed the most of, he's like, pick a bottle. I'm like, give me the one with the least. You know, I don't need a ton. He's got a massive crate. Robert's got a serious niche collection, by the way. He's got an impressive ass collection. His niche lineup's more impressive than mine. But anyways, he gets it. He's got a lot of fragrance, maybe not quite as many as I do, but he's got a ton of fragrances. We'll never go through all of them. So I don't need 100 ml of Noir Ombre. It's a situational fragrance for me in the first place. 30, 40, 50 ml is more than enough. So yeah, it was super generous on his part. Not necessarily, because I really enjoy the flankers. I like this. It's out the norm. Wearing YSL Y EDP, can't go wrong there. That's a great fragrance. I look at it, what I kind of define independent as is they're new, and the only thing they've ever done so far anyways is create fragrance. They're not owned by anyone. They're independently owned. It's one person or, you know, 2 or 3 people that went in together as partners and started creating things, outsourcing to, you know, perfumers or perfuming themselves, where they're sourcing their own materials, getting their bottles, their atomizer, their caps, getting boxes printed and, you know, trademarking things and creating from scratch. That's who I look at as indie. Until you get bought by a larger, an Estee Lauder, an LVMH or something like that, that's different. Whereas with certain niches, there's mass marketed niche where you just, that's not independent. They're publicly traded. Like Amouage. I think Amouage is publicly traded. That's not indie. It's niche, but it's not independent niche. There's differences there. So that's kind of how I define indie. It's small operation, starting from the bottom, starting from scratch, from square one, but sourcing high quality stuff, like going the route of luxury. And then especially when you start getting into the way Maison Daba is doing it, where they're going for unique right out the gate, quality and unique. That was the aim. That's clearly the aim for the brand. So that's a special tier for indie in my book. Shopping like a billionaire. Catchy jingle. There you go. Burberry Touch, Reginald. Excellent choice. I haven't worn that in a long time. I don't know. Let's take a look. I would hope they do. Yes. Sample. $10. So they have samples of Sovereign. They will have samples of Silent Night. It just released. It literally released yesterday. So it was on pre-order for about a week prior, week or two. But it released, its official release was yesterday. So I'm sure they just don't have them on the site yet. But Sovereign, their first release, you can get a sample, carded sample for $10. And I'm sure, and you know, matter of, I would think days, week or two at most, they'll have samples. They might just not be on the site yet, but they'll have samples of this. They understand sampling. So yeah, here you go. Because here's the options with their products. See, they're very small right now. This is lit. This is it. This is the extent. You can get the double pack of their 2 releases, each release individually. And so far, only one of them have samples up because Silent Night just came out. So I really appreciate what they're going for here. Website seems to be pretty well designed. Here's their story. For anybody, you can always just go to maisondaba.com. Links in the description if you guys want to check it out. It's not an affiliate link. I don't have any codes. I don't know if they have any codes, but I don't have a code. Otherwise, it would be down in that video description for you guys if you're interested. But they're all about transcending luxury when it comes to perfumes. That is their thing. They have this specific mantra they go by and this mission statement for the brand. And that's what I really like about them. Like I think of people like Niles. I think of people like George. I think of Mo from Kajal, like Christian, Argos, like people like that are aimed for excellence with their brand. And I would say Maison Daba is right on that same path. So Chergui, phenomenal, dry hay tobacco, hay and tobacco. Such a good fragrance. Lydia, it was great to have you. Thank you for stopping by. I like Fragrance Net. I don't really shop at Fragrance X. I haven't bought anything from Fragrance X in years. Last thing I got from them, I want to say was like Prada L'Homme and Prada L'Homme Low. Years ago. Been a long time. Long time. Polo Cologne Intense. That's an underappreciated fragrance, sir. Not mine, TJ Maxx Fit. Yeah, there was used to be cheap. They're not anymore. Montrese, what's going on, big dog? You familiar with Sephora men's fragrance sample sets? I've never bought any of their sample sets. I believe you can build a sample set with them. Yellow Dream's worth checking out. Jazz Club's good stuff. Night Vision, EDT, and others. You get a full-size bottle of your choice from the set. I mean, it depends on what you buy, because I know there was like last year, there was a thing where people were like buying Tom Ford ombre leather for the bottle. Like they were getting the sample set and getting ombre leather. So look into that. You might be able to finesse getting a really good bottle. But I've never done it myself. TJ Maxx by UE called Miles. No, so I know they got those Tom Ford looking bottles. A bunch of people have been reaching out to me about it. I've seen Evan Fragrance Knowledge. He did a TJ Maxx video spraying, checking them out. I saw it on his TikTok page. If I come across them, I was at TJ Maxx earlier. Video is going to come out tomorrow. I literally filmed it before and then went wash my hands so I could free my hands up for this. But $15 a piece, the Dunhill Driven fragrances. I was super excited to come across those. They restocked some stuff at TJ Maxx I have. So $30, I got these 2 Dunhill fragrances, and spoiler alert, I like them. So that video will be out tomorrow. But yeah, if I come across them, I'm grabbing them. I haven't come across them yet. It's worth checking out. So this could be a special occasion fragrance for you. I don't think this is a great everyday option. Teach their own. You may fall in love with it. This is much more of an everyday fragrance. But you're really stepping out here. Like, you're going to smell better than most people around you, if not all. Depends on who you're around. I mean, what's the likelihood that you're around people like you and I, where there's actual competition for who's going to smell better? Because if you're watching this channel, you're really into fragrances, and you probably smell better than everyone you go around all the time. Let's just call it what it is here. If you're watching content like mine, you're really into fragrances, and you show out everywhere you go. Even with your designer fragrance options, you're smelling better than the next person. So I'm with you on that. So something like this would be a compliment magnet for most of us. This is going to be an absolute I can't wait to see what my wife's going to think, because this is super alluring. Very sensual, like I was saying earlier. I like how it's soft powdery. It's not overly powdery. And that fruitiness has not faded, but the spice, it's got this warm radiance to it. And it's like a woody, spicy type of smell, woody, powdery type of smell with some spice. And that ambery accord is coming in more because it's warming up more and more. And that's what's making it so sensual. It's a beautiful fragrance. So with that said, we've given it a little bit of time. I think we're sticking with the 8.5 out of 10 great. I think 8.5 out of 10 is great. It's obviously great in my scale, but I think it's the right rating for this one. Through a full wearing experience and spending time with it, kind of living in the sillage, as I like to call it, this has potential to be in the 9s, 9.5. It has the potential. First impressions, I'm not willing to crown it in the outstanding category yet, but it's right next. It's a half a point away, so I think that's for first impressions, that's the right rating for this. I think it is superior pretty much in every way, minus factoring in performance, which, just let you guys know, this is 10 to 12 hours on my skin before it became a skin scent. I've worn it 4 or 5 times. I have a feeling it's going to be something similar here. This has a warm, resinous, ambery type of feel starting to come in more and more. So I think it's going to be very sticky, like glue kind of thing. So the sillage is probably crazy on this one. I have a feeling this is going to be kind of monstrous in the sillage and the longevity, but maybe not a big outreach, heavy projector. This is probably a less is more fragrance is what the profile comes across as me. The way it's wearing right now, just on this spray on my hand, comes across as a less is more, 3, 4, maybe 5 sprays if you're feeling froggy, because this is probably a very dense, lingering trail to this one. I think that's how it comes across to me now. Could be wrong, but this is what I do, is test fragrances every day in my life. And I'm pretty confident in what I'm saying here, just based on the way it's wearing. Again, I'm not saying I'm going to be completely accurate with what I'm saying. It's just based off of my experience. This is what I do all the time. This is what I do, guys. And it's going to linger. Damn, it smells good, though. So, yeah, we're going to go with 8.5 out of 10. I'm sticking with that. The red Corvette. I'm talking some prints, huh? Zaharoff Chrome, the original. Excellent, excellent fragrance. Let's go Lakers. Nuggets in trouble tonight. Yeah, season kicked off. I drafted my fantasy basketball team last night. We drafted at 8 o'clock Central last night. I'm happy with my team. The problem was I drafted next to my cousin, and we think the same. We're a nightmare for each other to draft next. As soon as I logged in and saw, oh, God, I got to have backup plans with every pick. And sure enough, like I told him at the end of it, enjoy my team, which I'm super happy with the team I ended up with. But we know as soon as we log in, because the draft order is random on basketball and baseball, when we logged in and saw it was I called him. I said, really? This is what we're doing this again this year? And he started laughing. He's like, I know, dude. He's like, don't screw my team up too much. I said, you do the same. Don't screw my team up. Because we build it similarly. We build according to categories. It's not all about names and positions. We're building. It's a category-based league. Assists, rebounds, steals, blocks, percentages, all. We're building according to categories. I don't care who's on the team. So, and that's why he and I go into the championship pretty often. Because fantasy basketball is a game of averages. Baseball's like that too, but basketball is especially the game of averages. So I know that's irrelevant for most of you. I get it. But he brought up basketball, and it's basketball season now for me. I got my team drafted. We're ready to go. That's sad because it's my favorite one. I mean, I have plenty, though. I love the original. I still think it's the best smelling one. So I think Crown Jewel's not till next weekend, though. So it would be next week. But I haven't heard from Dedrick since we talked about it a couple days ago. So I'll hear from him at some point. But yeah, we're going to do it the day before because Crown Jewel's on Saturday. Is it this Saturday or next? I think it's next Saturday. Let's see. It's the schedule. Here we go. 2023 Crown Jewel. Not looking for rumors. It's on November 4th, so it's next weekend. Yeah, so it would be next Friday. Because when I said it would be this Friday, I was mistaken. But yeah, it'll be next Friday. If we do it. I'm pretty sure we will. I don't see why we wouldn't. Sweetened shoe polish. Damn. CR7 Origins, my gym scent. So CR7 play it cool. I like to wear it to the gym. Smells like a more soapy Invictus. That's what I've heard. I've heard Strong With You Intensely is indeed discontinued. I can't confirm nor deny. I'm just glad I have a bottle. But you can still find it at places. Maybe a sooner than later kind of thing if you don't have it and you're interested in it. Just come to say hi. I'm in the gym. A bunch of people in the gym, man. I'm so proud of you guys. No wonder you guys like me. We're so like-minded. I can't wait to hit the gym in a little. Like, we're not doing an hour and a half because I'm going to train. It's been killing me to not, because I normally go work out to start my day. I do a shorts video in the morning while I drink my pre-workout. I do some things, get my video rolling that comes out in the morning, respond to comments and everything, get going, and then I head to the gym. That's how I start my day. So I haven't been able to do that today. I'm eager to go train back. The cool thing is I've had a meal and 2 protein bars, so I've got some calories in me, so I should have an incredible pump. And I'm not bulking anymore. I'm back on a deficit as of yesterday, and I already shed 3 pounds of water. Weighed myself this morning. Already shed 3 pounds of water. It's crazy. You can probably see it in my face and my cheeks and everything. I'm not as puffy. Like that. As soon as I cut the carbs back and drop the calories, water starts coming off. It's crazy. I can't wait. I'm going to lean out pretty hard this time. So the next 12 weeks, I'm going to slowly cut everything down. So I did almost 6 weeks of bulking, and I just couldn't take it anymore. Had some great workouts, was super strong. I definitely built some muscle. I definitely put a few pounds of muscle on, but I had a lot of water that I put on too. So definitely, yeah, it's the better of the two. I don't think I have a single best blind buy that I've ever bought, honestly, because I've had so much success with blind buys. It's overwhelmingly success versus unsuccessful. So I don't really have one. It's hard to say one specific. Spice Bomb Fresh, hell yes. Sicily, absolutely. Oud Lemon Mint, Spice and Woods. Is that Creed Spice and Woods or Montal Wood and Spices? Excuse me. Diet Dr. Pepper, got the carbonation. My apologies. Bad Boy Parfum, The One Royal Night, Gentleman Boissé, Oud Vanille, Sunsets with Jesus. Spend much money, Spencer? That's a hell of a haul. How'd I do? I think you did great. I think you spent a ton of money, though. Well, I figured that. I figure all of you smell better than everyone around you all the time. I venture to say if you've ever had somebody smelling better than you next to you, you probably didn't even realize it because you may not have smelled them. And I think the likelihood's pretty low. Dang right, we all smell better than the masses out there. I mean, hell. I mean, we are an online perfume community of enthusiasts for smelling good. So aside from getting around one another, we're going to smell better than everyone else around us. That's just reality, guys. No two ways about it. It's not an arrogance thing. It's just a reality because it's what we do. I mean, hell, we're sitting here talking about a new fragrance release and the nuance to it. That's what we're sitting here talking about. Spencer's talking about the $10 billion he just spent on new fragrances that, be honest, we don't need more fragrances. We just love them. So I don't know what they had in Colorado Springs. I didn't really venture out to see. I don't know if they have anything around here. I know Orlando's got one that's supposedly something cool. Whenever I go visit Omos, whenever that time comes, that he insists we go there. So I'll check out the one in Orlando at some point. For the most part, absolutely. Yeah, most people are really pleasant to speak to talk to, understanding of the situation. It's very rare that I'll tell somebody, here's how I do things, and they're like, no, we can't do that. We would need you to say this, that. Like, that's, I can't even recall the last time there was talking points or they wanted me to say something because I'm walking away when that stuff happens. Anyway, that's an immediate all stop for me. Blow your whistle, throw your flag, personal foul, personal foul, roughing the passer. That's 15-yard penalty. We're stopping right then and there. Hope I made somebody laugh. It was kind of a dry football joke, but I'm serious. That's all stop for me. I don't play that shit. My natural flow is the way we do. We do it my way or we don't do it. I know that sounds a certain way, but it's the truth, and I hope you guys appreciate that because my way is me just doing what we do right here, whether I'm recording it or we're live. So we do it my way or we don't do it. I refuse to do it any other way, and it's always going to be that way. And most people appreciate that. That attracts more brands than you would think. The no nonsense, just letting it flow. That attracts more brands than you would think it would. You would think that my approach would kind of like my personality and my approach and my mentality and the way I publicly talk about how I like to do things like this, you would think that would scare brands away. Most of them respect it. There's a lot more good brands out there and good brand owners and good representatives of brands for PR. There's a lot more good out there than gets credit. I'm not saying it's all like that all the time. It's the truth, though. In the time I blind buy, but did a lot of research before, so it's hard to choose which one. I mean, when you're really into this, it's pretty difficult to have blind buy fails. Always smelling like $1 million at all times. I believe it, Jason. I expect nothing less from you, man. I expect nothing less. Spencer's haul. Yeah, Spencer goes in when he does a haul. Like I might do multiple decent size when Spencer does a big ass haul every time he does one. If you love something when you do the Undertaker's eyes, I am guilty of that. Have kind of the eyelids flickering with my eyes rolling back a little bit. It's just a natural reaction. If something gives me that euphoric feeling, I can't help the shit. It just happens, I've been wearing mostly Bulgari Man in Black this week and got 2 compliments so far. Last year, no one noticed it. Maybe got stronger during maceration. Well, it's every situation. Don't look at it as maybe it got stronger. It just, every situation is different. There's no guarantees that anybody's going to say anything ever. There's people that'll go through 5 bottles of Man in Black and never have anybody tell them anything. And there's people that can't get through 2 wearings without 10 compliments. You just never know. Being told you smell like loose change. Oof. Right? Smell good. Maybe more sales. Smell like wet pennies. One that smells better than me is my wife. She won't stay away from my rosé. Yeah, get her own bottle. That's what I did. As soon as I realized how much Heidi liked rosé, she got her own bottle. She got her own bottle. Absolutely. We're not sharing that bottle because I spray like rosé. I've gotten to the point to where I wear it more in the evenings because it's very relaxing for me. I still wear it out and about on occasion, but most of the time I like to use my shave set and I like to give myself a few sprays and just make this whole room smell like it if I'm editing late in the evenings. Like I wear rosé at least once or twice a month, which with all that, with all the stuff I have behind me, that's a lot for one fragrance. Because it's one of my favorites. It's one of my 5. That's part of the 5. For anybody that's curious about the 5 I'm talking about all the time, it's Vertus Vanilla Oud, Dior Homme Parfum, Zaharoff Signature Rosé, Raja Parfums Isola Blue, and insert the 5th one because it changes all of the time. It changes all of the time. It could be because there's a 4 guaranteed, and the 5th could be Cedrat Boisé. It could be Bleu de Chanel Parfum. I go very back and forth on those two. And there's a few others, but it's the main 4 of 5 don't change. Isola Blue, Signature Rosé, Vanilla Oud, Dior Homme Parfum. Those don't change. The 5th is insert whatever mass appealing fragrance I'm into at the time, basically. It's the only mass appealing fragrance of the 5. I like so many mass appealing fragrances, it's hard to just nail it down to one. But the other 4 are just so special to me that they're cemented in those spots. Like corn chips, Jesus. Right, Ross. I got a plank for the best smelling. I've got a plaque, I think he meant, but for the best smelling person for 3 years. Damn, that's kind of impressive. Y'all do that at work? I've never even tried that fragrance. If you do a subscriber NFL and NBA fantasy draft for fragrances, that's kind of funny. Like code EDP still available on their website, so it shouldn't be discontinued then if it's still available on Armani's website. Zach, you smell great, sir. You smell great. Tried on Mars Royal Tobacco in a niche fragrance shop and did not like it. Smelled like teriyaki chicken for the first 30 minutes. Teriyaki chicken tastes great. I guess maybe you don't want to smell like that. Do you consider most niche brands such as PDM, Creed, and others alike luxury instead of actual niche? Well, they're still technically niche. I mean, luxury is really the word we should use, but they're mass marketed. Those go back to like I was saying about Amouage. They're mass marketed, like they're worldwide. People know of these brands. Like Creed Aventus is like a Rolex. Just like a Rolex isn't really the best watch, but it's a status thing. It's kind of Creed Aventus. It's not necessarily the best fragrance, though some will argue that because it's just their favorite. But it's a status thing. I can tell you from the car business, that's a thing. When people would move into management, you get your bottle of Aventus, you get a Rolex. And it was during the era of either Louis Vuitton belts or Ferragamo belts. The same thing. If you got the Ferragamo belt, you get the Ferragamo loafers. That was a thing. And it probably still is. So mass marketed makes a big difference. They achieve a certain status when they get into that mass market. But when it's people like you and I, we appreciate stuff like this more because not everybody's going to smell like that. You'll become a very unique individual with your scent profile. I mean, what's the likelihood you're going to come across somebody wearing this in your everyday life? What's the likelihood? The odds are just ridiculous. You're going to stand out greatly with something like Silent Night. So we'll hang out for a few more minutes and then we'll stop, and then I'm going to get a great back workout. I think back day is my favorite day. I get a lot of variety in with back. I have a very wide back too for my frame. Appreciate you, Joel. Scroll down. I don't know if we'll ever get that. That doesn't sound like something Dior would do aside from the Sauvage line. The Sauvage line I understood why they did that. Don't get me wrong, I'd be here for it, Dior Homme Elixir, but it wouldn't be Iris. I don't think it would be Iris. I think it would be some type based more off of Dior Homme 2020, which would probably still be great. I'm sure it would still be great. But, you know, I don't foresee that coming. But then again, I'm not in their marketing department. I have nothing to do with LVMH and Dior. Who knows what they're doing? I'm here for it if they want to do it, though. I'll definitely get a bottle. Have a hard time getting it? What do you mean? Can you elaborate a little more so I can enlighten you a little bit more? What do you mean exactly? Thanks for the info. Have you tried edition 1 by Armoff? Great Fierce clone. No, I have not, Mr. Bellevue. Love the name, Mr. Bellevue. No, I have not tried that. I have a lot of Fierce smelling fragrances, though, for sure. I've just never tried that one. When is Versace going to do something? You and me both are wondering about that one. I think we need an Eros Flame flanker or a Versace Pour Homme flanker. And I mean a direct flanker to Versace Pour Homme's DNA, not just like a Dylan Blue Oud Noir kind of thing. Not something that doesn't smell anything like Versace Pour Homme. I think we need an oil concentration release. Versace Pour Homme Parfum or Versace Signature Parfum, however you would want to call it. I think we need a new version of that. I think that would be very well received. As long as it smells pretty close to the original, just enhanced, I think it'd be very well received. What do you think? That's what I would like to see him do. Or an Eros Flame flanker. Aqua Cinziale Blue for AM. Good to see you, my man. Somebody must be texting me. Damn, you're probably live. My bad. That would be accurate. So to answer your questions, it's just going to be me and Dedrick. Black's apparently not in. This is Dedrick texting me about the Crown Jewel show. Set up sometime soon. I'm hype. Hell yeah. So if Dedrick's here, yes, I just read your text out loud. So his ears must have been burning. So there you go. Is AIX Emporium an iris scent? AIX? What is AIX? Can you spell out whatever that acronym is supposed to be for? I don't know what AIX is. Also, sampled Bleu de Chanel parfums second time. Still can't find a Bleu de Chanel for me. They're all too sour, but the parfum lasted like 12 hours on skin. Wish I liked it. It might just not be for you, you know? Not everything's for everyone. Just because the majority like that one doesn't mean everyone does. There's some people that totally don't get the hype behind it. Sucks that you don't enjoy it. Is what it is, though. There's hundreds of thousands of other fragrances, so don't sweat it. I wouldn't sweat it at all. It just seems like a quintessential fragrance that kind of everybody should have, but at least you tried it. You gave it a shot. You tried all three. Just ain't for you. No shame in that. Ain't no shame in that game. Up with you with all the newest fragrances. What's the best website? Armani Exchange. Oh, I haven't tried anything from that line. Never tried that. I don't know. I wish I could weigh in. I just don't know. I mean, I just like iFragrances, who drops the newest first. iFragranceofficial.com. Definitely follow them on Instagram. That's where they drop it first in their stories. But iFragrance would be the way to go. That's who gets the info first before Fragrantica and Parfumo and Base Notes and all of them. That'd be the way to do it. I'm in there for that one. Can't wait. Bart Scott voice. Golden Oud fragrance buy right now. Are you kidding me? Because I made my order like an hour ago. I'm about to be so irritated. I waited till today for that reason, and it didn't show the date anymore. You sons of bitches. Father wants 1 million Golden Oud. It's there. Sons of bitches. But it chaps my ass because I literally just ordered a little while ago, and I held off from ordering from yesterday when they stocked all this stuff because I wanted to wait for freaking Golden Oud. Looks like I'm paying shipping for it because I want the damn thing. And if I don't get it now, I don't know when it'll be in stock again. So anybody that happens to want it, If you would like to support the channel, here is an affiliate link for 1 million golden oud for fragrance buy. I did just put it in the chat. Don't feel obligated to click it if you don't want to, but if you were going to make the purchase anyway, I would greatly appreciate that. But Native, thanks for letting me know, but that's what I was waiting on. That kind of irritates me because when I went to make my order, I went check because it was supposed to restock today. Why'd they wait so late in the day? It's 4 o'clock Central. So now I got to pay shipping that I wasn't going to have to pay if this was an hour and a half ago, 2 hours ago. Like it was literally within an hour before we started this live stream, I made the order. And that's what I was waiting for. Because this, like I said, this big restock of stuff they did yesterday. I had my cart ready to go, just waiting for that. I ended up putting that Spice Bomb Extreme clone from Fragrance World in there as my 5th fragrance. But I really wanted Golden Oud. Well, I'm going to grab it here in a minute because we're literally about to shut it down. The timing's perfect. Those are both good ones. That's both some good ones. JT, what's going on, big dog? How are you? Stunning vetiver fragrance. Noted. Noted. Loving the channel, Ross, and the lives. Glad to subscribe. Scent of the day, Club de Nuit Intense Man, limited edition parfum, enjoying every moment. That is my favorite, sir. That is my favorite of them. All about the leg days. Leg day is going to be day after tomorrow for me. Tomorrow is a cardio core slash a lot of stretching. So I do a lot more stretching on that day now. I actually get pretty damn sore. I'm going to do like 15 to 20 minutes of stretching. I do some planking, side planks and stuff like that. Plus I do the ab wheel and I do wood chippers and I do like an hour on the treadmill, especially now that I'm in a deficit again. I'm definitely going to be doing the full hour of cardio for sure. No, I answered you earlier. No, I haven't tried it. Have you ever tried a Jensen's collab? No, sir, I have not. It's pretty close. I think there's better, though. There's better. There's so many options out there. It's not bad. They did a good job. It's just there's so many options out there. I don't know what's funny about that, but yeah, he sure did. He asked. No big deal. No, I've never tried any Ashton's fragrances. Just a so-so fragrance for me. We swear alike. Well, I'm going to have to. I'm going to have to. See, like when I made my order earlier, I just used the 10% off code. I saved my points because I could have got 3. Yeah, I could have got 3 $10 gift cards and the 10% off, but I was like, I'm going to just use the 10% off and let the points stack because I should have enough points to do one of the $50 gift cards. So, what's going on, Josh? Scent of the day is a secret, but damn good one. Review Friday. Noted. Leg day is crucial for the zombie apocalypse. Big fact. Big fact, sir. I already have it. Yeah, they restocked it yesterday. I bought it a while back when they restocked it. I've featured it a few times. Yeah, it's really good. It's very green. That tomato leaf note in it. A little bit of cardamom, but it's still very fresh. It's good. It's a good addition to the line. Yeah, it's really good. It's one of the unsung heroes of designer releases this year, I think. And I might be the only person that gives it any love at the end of the year for the best of designers for the year. It's in there. It's in there like swimwear. You hear me? It's really good. If you like any of those in that line, you will like it. And you like green fragrances, you will like Essential. Just Jack sandalwood's actually really good. It's a vanilla sandalwood fragrance. You get for like $15 at Target, where they have the Just Jack shower gels and deodorants and all that good stuff. Their sandalwood fragrance is really good. I haven't worn it in a long time. I did a video on it years ago. It's actually very good. Parfum back in stock. Uh-oh. Labola Parfum's in stock, guys. There you go. Palo Santo by Cremo. There you go. And we'll end it right here on All Genres Bops. The fifth fragrance in every fragrance by order is treated like the redheaded stepchild. Well, the 5th fragrance was supposed to be 1 million golden oud, and it ended up being, which I already had the backup plan of the Spice Bomb Extreme clone. I ended up going that route. I mean, the order ended up being cheaper, but here I am about to go buy the damn thing anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter. But they're killing me. They're killing me, Smalls. They're killing me. I've been buying so many fragrances this year. Look, say what you want about the releases. I think there have been a ton of great releases this year. I have bought most of the releases this year, especially the designers. And it's been a lot, plus all the other stuff that I wanted to get on top of that. But man, it's unreal. It's unreal. It's going to be hard to whittle it down to just 10. I might have to do 15 at the end of the year for the designer segment because it's been a lot. There's been a lot of at least very good. Do they deserve to be in the 10? Not necessarily. Would they make a 15? Probably. So might have to do that. And on that note, we'll go ahead and shut it down. I appreciate you guys for being here. If you're interested in checking out Sovereign, you can get a sample for $10 in the link below. They don't have samples of Silent Night yet, but I will say whenever they do get them, 100% worth a sample. It is the better of their 2 releases. This is really good. Woody, powdery, spicy, warm and resinous. Like this amber comes across sticky and resinous. More balsamic than aromatic. And then you have a nice fruity undertone. Starts off much more fruity than it is now, but good stuff. Welcome back to those that renewed their membership. I don't think we got any super chats today, so nobody to thank for super chats today. But I appreciate you guys. Definitely check out today's Mancera clones video if you haven't yet, or one of the 2 shorts videos that came out. Tomorrow's a rack store video with these 2 Dunhill driven fragrances. So be on the lookout for that. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Y'all have a great day.